Hi everyone, welcome back. Doing an update. It's the following weekend from the last video, so it's early December 7th or something like that. I was in here a little bit more end of last weekend, and during the week I came in a few nights just to kind of poke around, get organized, stuff like that. So we're going to be doing a lot more demo today, just ripping stuff out because I got a free dumpster with my Uncle Ken right now. So I'm just trying to get stuff out of here, and that's the plan for today, and trying to finalize. I got some estimates for flooring from a guy, Mike, who did our previous floors in a previous house, and actually on that house over there, and he's really good, so I'm hoping I hear back on him on an estimate. And I got a Home Depot flooring estimate, I got a plumber estimate, all came in about the numbers I was expecting, so that's great. So just trying to finalize design, just because I get the plumbers going in the bathroom right away, so we want to get that moving. So the plan for today is to come in here. I'm really struggling with this wet bathroom idea, and just gonna, I was gonna potentially keep this wall, but I'm pretty sure it's coming out, so I'm just gonna take it out and then force myself to figure out how to deal with it. So take this whole thing out, take this corner out probably, and make it a square again. And then in the kitchen, I'll give you a little preview, but I'll maybe show you a closer video later. But I started just looking at the framing of where some of the window potentially could go. So I wanted to dig out the framing just to see that. And I started taking out some of the cabinets just to start looking at the wall behind it and getting an idea on the hole in the wall there. So we're gonna do a bunch of demo today. So bathroom stuff I just talked about. Cabinets that we don't need are gonna go into the garage to get rid of them. Some cabinets we might potentially keep still as an option. Will stay in the living room. And then hopefully get a bunch of this stuff out of here and do chunks of the floor, get the floor out of here. And then, yeah, we're gonna get going. So I'll keep you posted. I'll do a bigger update maybe later today. Yeah, I didn't think there would be anything back here, but of course the sink vents, I didn't even think of that. Hopefully I didn't break anything. So that's why the hole is there. So before I take too much of this out, that's why this cavity is here. So before I take too much of this out, I gotta talk to the plumber to see if, I don't know why you didn't notice this, because I asked the plumbers about potentially taking this corner out, and they said, yeah, take it right out. But I thought you would have noticed maybe the sink venting here. So, I forgot about that. So I'm not gonna take this out too much. I'm gonna confirm with him, because I don't know if he's gonna he could tie the sink into like that shower vent, or if it needs a zone vent, and this is gonna stay here, and it's a much bigger deal because this goes to the roof. So we're gonna leave that. We might just patch that and leave the corner. So that might stay. Cancel that plan. if you guys can see my markings here. I've been here for about 45 minutes trying to plan out this bathroom. This is why you have professionals and like fancy layout software that can lay out bathrooms much better than I can with a Sharpie and tape measure. But this is what I'm thinking. So I'm really struggling to where to put the glass wall. So I was trying to forecast where the tub is going to be, the freestanding tub over here, and the filler thing. I don't know if you can see my note, but it says filler. That's when the faucet, the spigot, whatever you want to call it is. I don't know if you can see that black line, but that's the back side of the freestanding tub. This is the front side of the freestanding tub here. And then I've got some marks here. The 63, the dashed line, is where the glass walls pretty much has to go. 60 is where the tubs are 60 inches. So it's gonna be a tight squeeze to get a 60 in there. They make some that are 55, so I have a 55 mark, because you might end up going that route. You're supposed to have a buffer on there, and this is really pushing the limits of buffers. I've seen pictures of these the tubs, freestanding tubs, right up against glass walls. I'm sure it's kind of a pain in the butt to clean, but as long as we get some sort of fancy Swiffer in here, then or like some sort of like, adjustable Swiffer, so you can clean back there no problem. So I'm kind of okay with putting the tub right against the glass wall. And then the tub is 30 inches wide, that's those markings there. So I'm thinking that's where the tub goes, and then I have a nice straight glass wall. I'm going to use this line here, right off this wall, straight across over to here, and this is the wet room. That's the idea. So you walk in, the door's going to be right here. Open the door, walk in. You can go right into the tub, or you can go left into the shower. All right, Uncle Ken promises me that this isn't structural, so it's coming out today. So the closet's gone now, and I think this floor is still coming up in here, but I'm triple checking with the tile guy. This corner's still a question. I went over all the measurements earlier, so you guys already heard that story. But a few more open questions in here, and then hopefully this is pretty much ready to go for the plumbers. They're going to be mostly working right over here. So that's the bathroom. Did a lot of stuff in the basement just to get things cleaned up so they had pretty good access, the plumbers in the basement. And it was nice and clean down there, ready for them. And we did quite a bit in here. I had a couple helpers in here. Rachel and Vera came over. They did some flooring. They helped me move all the cabinets. So we've got a few different groups of cabinets. This is the potential save cabinets. 99% sure these are going in a dumpster or being donated or putting on free on Craigslist type of thing. But there's a 1% chance we're gonna sand them down and then paint them and save them. So these are all pretty much the lowers because I'm only saving lowers. And then Rachel took up all the flooring, and then I did all the baseboards, a few left. Just got to figure out how to get the radiators up. If I can do that myself or if I need the plumber, I'm not sure. But once those come off, those baseboards and last piece of flooring will be easy. And then I'm gonna sell this stove to get a slide-in stove. That gas line might be moving. I'm not sure if I'm not legally allowed to do that disconnection there. I'm not sure, pretty sure I'm not. So I'm leaving it for now because the plumber's gonna be here either way. Same with this, I think this copper's coming out and PEX is coming in either way, so I'll let them probably kill the copper and then I'll just rip this cabinet out afterwards. This one's borderline unsavable. So for that reason, it might be new cabinets either way. The big question for me here is finalizing that stove placement and the electrical. I think you need outlets every 2 feet. I probably mentioned. Just to start from this side, there's a countertop window here. Outlet hopefully goes over here. Maybe an outlet here. Maybe this reaches and that satisfies the 2-foot reach thing. So maybe this electrical is all fine. It's just maybe moving a few inches, which I think I can do that without a permit, but I'm not sure. So window comes in. These maybe move a few inches to satisfy the reach, but this is all countertop here. Should be good to here. This is outlets for this countertop here. Stove is like right here on the corner. Got an outlet to reach that corner for that countertop. And then like beginning right about here is a small cabinet lower and countertops. I think I might need to add an outlet right here is the only question. And I've got one right there. Can I come up to here, simply add an outlet without permits and all that other stuff? I don't know. So we gotta figure that out. And how big of a deal it is to add that one outlet right up here. Just because I know there's, the Home Depot guy was saying there's limitations on how many outlets I can add to circuits, and I don't want to be adding a new panel downstairs, which could be tens of thousands, but multiple thousands of dollars. So I'm trying to avoid that and do the most minimal amount of electrical work I can do. This is going to be probably for the hood vent up there. So this is a big hole. This is all breakfast bar countertop, 8-foot hole. This is for like a last piece of countertop that might actually function as countertop and not be the breakfast bar. We'll reach over to like right here, and then the countertop will just kind of curve in or angle in right here and end. So that will be that wall. All right, little update. I talked to the building permit department and they said I don't need a structural engineer to stamp any plans. I just need to draw some plans and then submit a permit request for a structural change on the behalf of the homeowner. So the plan is I'm gonna hopefully ask Zach, my buddy, to draw some plans for me, a simple plan. And then I don't think he needs to put his name on it or anything. And then I'm gonna submit the permit pull request to put an opening in here. And then I'm gonna ask my handyman, Scott, to do the work. Maybe I can help a little bit. But I wanted to see what was in here first. Interesting, I think these are 2x3s, and then some flooring. I don't know what that's for. Is it maybe for the cabinets, to help with the cabinets, to mount something to? I don't know. So what I'm doing right now is just trying to see what framing is in here, just so I can maybe open it up a little bit and show Zach or whoever can help me with the plan for the beam, what it looks like inside right now. I'm hopefully gonna do like an 8-foot pass through here. That's still the plan, so we'll see. I'll keep you posted. Wobbling like crazy. It cannot have weight on it. Maybe there's a big beam up top. I don't know. No. I don't know anything about structural stuff, but I can't imagine there's weight on this thing. the whole thing collapses on my head. Yeah, that's not right. I don't know if I need a permit for this. It's not load bearing. Yeah, kitchen side wall is a little feisty. This side wall was very easy to break up. I'll leave the lower here just because I think maybe we can save some of that on the kitchen side. But I don't even know. This whole thing coming out. I'm just thinking if it's not even load bearing, does it change the layout of the kitchen? My ideas at all? I don't know yet. Anyway, I'm gonna try and get into the stove side. Yeah, I'm no expert, but I don't think that's doing anything. I don't think so. I think this whole wall technically could come down. But I talked to Zach first. Cool though, see through. Oh, that's right. There's a big hole here. See, these are the kind of things I would think if I had the professionals to come in, they would say, oh, that whole beam's got to come out and it's going to cost you an extra $10,000. All right guys, it's a week later, a little update. So basically what happened this week was the rough plumbing got signed off on. So permit was pulled for the rough plumbing, and that's done there, and a few other random spots in the house. They still have to come back and do the baseboard heat. They have to get rid of that before the tile guy comes in. So the rough plumbing was done, and now the tile guy is kind of ready to go. So I'm trying to scramble to get this room ready for tile. So I've got a few things I have to do. I had to patch that hole. I've done it part ways. I have to finish doing that patching. I've got to patch this hole, and this hole over here. So I got various lengths of plywood, or thicknesses of plywood to figure out what thickness we need to get that matched up. And I ordered a bunch of drywall. I'll tell you guys about a quick service. Lowe's, I didn't know, does same day and next day delivery, same day before 2 p.m. So like, I don't have a truck, and I need one like 3 times a year to buy large sheets of plywood or drywall, whatever, various things, big things from Lowe's. And they will deliver, so they delivered 6 sheets of drywall plus some other random stuff that I needed for like 39 bucks, same day, which is pretty good. It was raining, and the guy had the drywall in the back of his truck without a tarp on it, so that's not ideal, but it wasn't raining that bad, so I left it in here to kind of dry out, and then I turn up the heat, let it dry out. So I don't see any water on the thing, so they're good. So the critical steps, next steps are hanging this drywall, because if I hang the drywall ASAP, Rachel will come in here and help me paint, because I want to get the ceiling painted, all the walls painted, and then while she's painting, or while somebody's painting, I'll probably do it eventually, I can start patching these floors. And then step 3 is hopefully by the end of the week. So these are really old floors. I have no idea if they have asbestos in them, probably not. I am getting them tested just to be safe. So I sent the sample off somewhere. They tell me in a few days to confirm it's not. I don't know if the dump cared, if I'm dumping potentially asbestos linoleum in there. I don't know. So I'm just getting tested to be safe. And then I'm gonna come in here and with a hot glue gun, or a hot heat gun, melt all the glue up and peel this linoleum up and all the staples. So that'll be step 3. And then this room, and then the plumbers have to do the heat, and then this room will be ready for tile. Everything else is pretty good. So drywall today, here we go. So this is the first time I've hung a piece of drywall before. I've done like little 12 by 12 sections of drywall, but never a full sheet. So you can see I've got this corner to do and this corner to do. So we're gonna learn today how to do it. I'm just hoping to get a ceiling, maybe a couple of wall panels on, and I'll figure out this mess later. The first thing I'm doing is, so I got a board here. I'm gonna put that like an anchor up there just to hold it, because this thing is a mold resistant piece of drywall, which is super heavy compared to regular drywall. So I need to get this up there by myself, and it weighs a ton, and screw it in place in the right spot. So you need something to help you do that. So I've got this anchor I'm gonna mount up there. I've got this called a dead man, I believe. It's gonna help me hold it on the other side and in place. Alright, I mean, it's up there. It's a disaster. I do so many things different, but it's my first one, so it's a learning experience. This corner is really bad. I don't know what you can see of that. I got a hole I gotta fix. This is pretty beat up right there. So I'm gonna have to practice my mudding and feathering to make up, and that's this old tape that was ripped off. That's no big deal. That was already there. So that's up there. I mean, I'm not redoing it. I'm gonna add some more screws, make sure it's really up there, and then I'm gonna try to do some walls. I'm gonna start on this wall here, just because there's no shim or anything here, so the 1/4 inch drywall that I have should match up pretty well to it. Over here on this side there's a shim. I don't really have any shims. I got some coming in the mail, so we'll start on this side. This sucks. All done. It's terrible. I gotta fix a lot of screws. I gotta fix a lot of issues, but it's done. That was a nightmare. It takes way longer than you think. Okay, on to the next thing, which is that corner and the floor. That's it for today.